at 10.
Tonight in Newtown, moving trucks make their way across town lines as school officials prepare for Sandy Hook students to return to the classroom.
And in the capital city tonight, a benefit concert for the victims and their families.
Thanks for joining us. As the grieving continues in Newtown, some students are headed back to class just a handful of days after the shooting.
And even though Sandy Hook students won't be in class tomorrow, school officials are busy making preparations for them to return very soon. Fox
Connecticut's Beau Berman joins us live from Newtown, where middle school and high school students will report tomorrow morning. Beau.
Yeah, Brent, Allison, I don't have to tell you guys how surreal this has been over the past few days for almost everyone in Newtown, whether you're directly affected by this tragedy or affected somehow indirectly by this. It's hard for people around here that we talk to do anything, whether that's eat or even in some cases wake up in the morning, let alone for some of these students to go back to class. But that's exactly what the district is asking every student to do, whether at the high school, the middle school behind us here, or in all of the elementary schools, with the exception of the Sandy Hook students who are expected to go back to school later this week. Claire Swanson and Jaden Albrecht have spent the past few nights doing this. Singing, praying, and grieving. In a town that's gone from a living space to a living, breathing memorial. Going back to school has been the last thing on their minds.
Don't feel that anyone should really have to go and deal with more than they have to right now.
The first song we did, Beautiful City, was pretty much about how in the darkest times of your life you can
come together
and rebuild.
That's what many Newtown middle school and high school students will try to do Tuesday, but not Jaden and Claire, who say they'll skip out on class because of how they're still feeling.
Horrible, just thinking about them and their families. Yeah, thinking about those kids.
But the beat goes on even for the young children of Sandy Hook Elementary, who will be housed at the Chalk Hill School in Monroe. Moving trucks escorted by state police transported Sandy Hook's furniture to Monroe, where the police department will station officers in hopes of a safe and warm welcome for the children.
They're going to be there to hopefully console and instill a feeling of confidence in the people, both parents and children coming in.
Newtown Middle School and Newtown High School open to students tomorrow. Students that will file through these doors for the first time since the shooting. The question, though, on some minds, whether it's too soon or a welcome return to normalcy.
There's no perfect right or wrong decision to answer.
The parent of a 6-year-old, Stephanie Goletsky, believes the rumored dates of a Wednesday or Thursday return for the elementary school could be a mistake.
I feel like it's almost too soon for the kids in the Sandy Hook school.
But all students must return eventually, perhaps marching to a different tune, using their voices to speak, learn, and sing for those no longer with them.
I just hope people don't expect us to get back to normal, because I don't feel like there won't be a normal. I think it's going to be completely different.
So we're hearing that the Sandy Hook Elementary students may have a start date of Wednesday or Thursday, but that's unconfirmed right now as of this time. They will be going to school in Monroe at the Chalk Hill School, which was previously emptied out and closed down for various reasons. They'll be occupying that space. Hey, as for Sandy Hook Elementary, the physical building, as to whether that should ever be used again, we did talk to those 8th graders there. They said absolutely not. They asked the question of how could you ever learn there again. Stephanie, who we talked to, that parent, she said perhaps it could be used again, maybe in some different manner, or maybe you save some of the drawings of the students, section off some of the rooms, and allow learning to continue in others. Now reporting live in Newtown, Beau Berman, Fox, Connecticut.
Thanks, Beau.